Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Know yourself and your enemy, and you will never be defeated. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The greatest victory is the one achieved without violence. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. Engage people with what they expect. It is what they are, able to discern, and confirms their projections. It settles them into predictable patterns of response, occupying their minds while you wait for the extraordinary moment. The greatest general is the one who wins without fighting. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. The opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. The wise warrior avoids the battle he cannot win. When strong, avoid them. If of high morale, depress them. Seem humble to fill them with conceit. If at ease, exhaust them. If united, separate them. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. The skillful leader subdues the enemy's troops without any fighting. When envoys are set with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Confront them with annihilation, and they will then survive. Plunge them into a deadly situation, and they will then live. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the nose before defeat. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. Engage in strategy with an open mind, and you will be unconquerable. Do not depend on the enemy not coming, but depend on your own readiness against the enemy. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. The good fighters of old first put themselves beyond the possibility of defeat, and then waited for an opportunity of defeating the enemy. When you are weak, feign strength. When you are strong, feign weakness. To fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. When the enemy is relaxed, make them tall. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. Even the finest sword plunge into salt water will eventually rust. To know when to fight and when not to fight is the key to victory.